We see here on September 22nd of 2020 that you actually searched Johnny Sutton's law firm.
That's what the document represents, that I searched for the ashcroftlawfirm.com.
And that is where Johnny Sutton is employed, true?
He's one of the named partners there.
Okay. That is 8 days before you decide that you're going to go to the FBI and report Ken Paxton.
We went to the FBI 8 days later. Yes, that's correct.
So you were searching for an attorney before you even knew that Brandon Kamick was issuing subpoenas at those banks.
Oh, no, I don't believe this had anything to do with looking for Mr. Sutton to retain him.
Oh, it's just a coincidence? Yes or no?
It probably is, yes. There's no reason. We were not searching for a counsel prior to that. I was not.
I'm going to ask you a question that Mr. Busby has stated earlier. Have you ever heard the term, there's no coincidences in the city of Austin?
I've never heard that term before. And there are plenty of coincidences.
It was a yes or no question, Mr. Bangert. You said you'd never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
So September 30th, you guys go to the FBI, true?
We did.
All right. Now, that is before you become aware of a second referral made to the Travis County District Attorney's Office, true?
Trying to recall when we became aware of that second referral. It may have been, I just don't recall precisely the order of events, but I believe it was.
I mean, you seem to have a great recollection of the order of events when Mr. Hardin had you on direct examination. Are you saying that you're forgetting now?
No, I'm telling you that I'm trying to recall specifically when I learned that fact, but I did learn that there was a second referral.
Okay. And it was after you went to the FBI?
That is entirely possible, yes.
Okay. And then the next day, that is when you guys decide to reach out to Ken Paxton, after you've already outed him to the feds, right?
We reached out to him the next day.
Okay, that's what I said. So that's a yes, right?
We did reach out to him the next day.
You were pretty active.
The witness, but once again, witness, when you can answer yes or no, if you can, answer yes or no.
I cannot answer yes or no to that question. I'm answering what I can.
Okay. You were pretty active on October 1st.
I was active on October 1st, yes.
Okay. You guys, when I say you guys, I mean the executive level administration. You had a group chat going, did you not?
We did.
And you participated in that group chat, right?
Yes.
We heard you talking to Mr. Hardin about some of the text messages in that group chat, right?
Yes.
And specifically, they were talking about a draft that was circulating between you and the other executive level attorney generals, right?
Yes.
Eric, would you mind pulling up House Board 225? And in that message, well, it's safe to say that the first draft that you all created did not go to the FBI, right?
I don't know. This letter that's
right.
being referred to here?
It was revised and edited to an extent.
The document, I don't recall if it ever went to the FBI. We were working on an internal document.
Okay.
To memorialize our complaints.
Right. And the first version of that complaint, well, from what we look at in House 225, Jeff Mestier says, from Maxwell, read the letter, not sufficient. A request letter must allege specific allegations that are in violation of state law to include documentation of criminal act. The only thing you have is what happened today, and that is documented. Is that true?
You added the word "and."
Okay.
Apart from that, you read it correctly.
But that's what the text says, right?
That is what the text says.
And presumably that's regarding the initial draft that you guys created to memorialize your complaint to the FBI, right?
I don't recall specifically that that's what this was?
Are you forgetting all of a sudden? Because you had a crystal clear recollection when Mr. Hardin had you on direct examination, Mr. Bangert. Do you not remember this? You're here to testify in the court of impeachment. Do you not remember the day that you went behind Ken Paxton back to the FBI? Do you not remember that?
Sir, we did not go behind the Attorney General's back.
Did you tell him you were going to the FBI? Yes or no?
Sir, we did not go behind the...
Mr. Bangert, I'm asking you yes or no questions. Did you tell Ken Paxton you were going to the FBI? Yes or no?
I cannot answer that question with a yes or no.
Witness, you'll answer the question.
Yes or no, Mr. Bangert?
Provided him with ample opportunity.
That's not what I asked you. Did you tell Ken Paxton you were going to the FBI? Yes or no?
We gave him ample opportunity.
That's not what I asked. Objection non-responsive, Your Honor. I'd ask that he answer the question before him.
Witness is ordered to answer the question, yes or no.
Mr. Bangert, it's a very simple question. Did you tell Ken Paxton that you were going to go to the FBI?
On September 30th, we did not.
It's a yes or no question, Mr. Bangert.
It's
a
not
yes or no.
a yes or no
It is a yes or no question.
Excuse me, sir. Your Honor, he said he answered the question, but because he was talking on top of him, he didn't hear it. He said on September the 30th, we did not. And he starts interrupting him halfway before, and the court reporter probably had trouble hearing. We did not. So I just asked him to let him finish what he's saying and not talk on top of him, if for no other person than the court reporter.
You can ask the question one more time.
Mr. Bangert, it is a yes or no question, and I want a yes or no answer. Did you tell Ken Paxton that you were going to the FBI?
I did not tell Ken Paxton before I went to the FBI.
Okay. We're not done with that. Your next message after we're talking about the first draft of y'all's complaint says, okay, sounds like we need to beef up the specific allegations. Does it not?
Yes, that's what I wrote.
So you actually had to go back in there and put more words and more filler into that complaint, didn't you?
No.
No? Well, the first complaint clearly wasn't sufficient if we're to go off your text messages, right?
You said the word filler. That's an inaccurate characterization
You had to
of what
amend
we
it.
were doing.
Well, let's look down there. Eric, if you could hop off of the zoom in. It says, sound like we need to beef up the specific allegations. You needed to beef them up, right? You needed to make them sound stronger. True or no?
We needed to include additional allegations to substantiate what had happened.
Okay. And so it's after that that you started talking about other things that Ken Paxton had done previously that you didn't think to include in the first version of the complaint, right?
I wouldn't put it that way.
You wouldn't put it that way. And to be clear, this is all coming to fruition because Brandon Kamick is serving subpoenas on a bank. True?
That was in part, but not entirely.
And all the while, you didn't even know that the Travis County District Attorney's Office sent a complaint directly to Mr. Kamick that did not go to the Office of Attorney General.
That would have been much more concerning if I'd known that.
So you didn't know that?
No.
Okay. Eric, would you mind pulling up Article 6? Or excuse me. Article 5. The allegation in Article 5 is that Paxton misused his official powers by violating the laws governing the appointment of prosecuting attorney pro tem. You would agree with that, right? That that's the allegation?
Yes, that is the allegation.
Mr. Bangert, Mr. Paxton, Brandon Kamick was not an attorney pro tem. True or not true?
It's difficult to classify what he was.
True or not true?
I don't personally believe he was properly ever appointed a prosecutor pro tem.
And the Travis County District Attorney's Office never recused themselves officially and formally from the complaints made by Nate Paul to their office. True or not true?
I'm not aware of any recusal.
Okay. May I approach you, Your Honor?
Yes.
I want to go back to your last answer, and I'm going to re-ask you this. Brandon Kamick wasn't just not improperly appointed as an attorney pro tem. Brandon Kamick was not appointed as an attorney pro tem at all.
Not to my knowledge.